Folks, for some people out there, it looks like time may be up. I'm seeing multiple reports now out of Illinois and Indiana regions where they're going to the store and they're finding empty shelves. Particularly in fresh produce, refrigerated goods, frozen goods. But I'm also seeing a smattering across the nation of people going to the stores and seeing empty shelves in the canned goods sections. So this is getting more serious. This is a lot more serious than anything I've seen for the last 6 months or so. Last fall, we had some pretty doozies of reports coming in, but I want to let you know right off the bat that we are seeing those reports starting to trickle back again of people going to stores and not seeing what they need. Now, there have been a bunch of power outages out in that Illinois, Indiana area, and that may be contributing to this. Warehouses may have been out of power, refrigeration may have been lost, and that may be what's going on here with a bunch of that. But the reason doesn't change the fact that the store doesn't have what people are looking for. How quickly they can replenish that. As we know that there's a lot of supply chain issues across the board. So every time we have a blip on the radar, it's taking them much longer to fill in those gaps. I'm seeing here reports in the Midwest of chicken feed, particularly pellets for layers being out of stock, and also stores reporting that the suppliers themselves are out of pellets of chicken feed. They're still seeing some crumbles out there, but those things are starting to disappear pretty fast too. Of course, the stock market moving down rapidly today. A lot of people out there getting an education on how systems collapse. And the stock market is one of those systems, and the system there is collapsing, and it's amazing the people that just rode the wave up, 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 up. And you know, we've all of us have some money probably a little bit in the stock market, but you know, it going up, 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 but then it comes down really fast, doesn't it? And the same thing with stores, same thing with supply chains. Things look good for an awfully long time, but then in a moment, things can change. And when things start changing, that's when the mob starts reacting. That's when the crowd suddenly starts panic buying or panic selling. The stock market is demonstrating that right now. Abbott, the factory in Michigan that was producing the formula, that when it was shut down, that's what caused the whole formula shortage out there. It has been shut down again. It was just reopened a couple weeks ago, but it is now shut down again due to storm damage and I believe lack of power as well. Adderall out there. Apparently Adderall is out of stock. All doses, all brands. So if you got ADHD and you've already clicked off this video, you probably missed it. Sorry. But if you've been paying attention all the way through this video, either your medication's still good or you're not on that medication. But all right, so we also have bank runs happening in China. So we just got, I'm just dumping news on you right now. Bank runs in China, they have started using the cough lockdown mechanism to head off bank runs in China. So just kind of shows you, you know, there wasn't a sudden resurgence of cough in that area, but they used it in order to stop something that they didn't want to be happening. And that's exactly what we've been saying from the very get-go, that all these restrictions, all these things that are for our health, they really aren't. They're really just to grab more power so that they can use these type of tools for anything that they just happen to want to use them for. Like say, oh, well, we don't want people taking money out of the bank, so we'll just lock them down, turn them into red state, red zone. Also, we have catastrophic news coming out of Russia. Russia has cut its gas supplies coming over the Nord Stream pipeline to Germany by 40%. They've cut gas going into Germany by 40%, folks. That is a big number, and a lot of that gas goes right into the industrial heart of Germany. They've built a lot of their plants, like their vehicle plants and stuff like that, right at the where the Nord Stream comes out. It goes into a lot of chemical plants. It goes straight into a lot of, like I said, car manufacturing and other manufacturing. Most of the, or much of the German industrial hub is right there, and it is powered by natural gas. Them getting cut that severely is having a major impact. European gas prices have now doubled in 2 days. We also have the Freeport, a natural gas terminal in Texas that was shut down. That is kind of what started it, but then the second hammer to fall just today was that Germany is getting 40% less gas off the Nord Stream. All right, folks, and even if you do find stuff on the shelves this day, I was just bouncing around on the Walmart website and just kind of looking what to see, and I saw Keystone beef. $11, folks. $11 per can. That used to be, the ground beef used to be $6.28, and it is now $11 a can. It's like $10.94 or whatever. That's almost twice the price of what it used to be. I don't care if you're like, there will never be a food shortage, there will never be a lack of cans on my shelf. If you bought Keystone ground beef in a can, even through, I believe, September of last year, you would be outperforming the stock market by leaps and bounds. Why people aren't stocking up on non-perishable foods right now, I don't have the foggiest. It's insurance that pays you better than the stock market by far, especially the last few days. But I mean, even if the stock market was up, it would still be outperforming the stock market. It is a great investment. It is a great insurance. It is a self-reliance thing. I mean, it saves you on gas. I mean, how much do you save on gas right now not having to go to the store if you can just eat out of your pantry? There's so many reasons right now to be stocking up on food, and there just really isn't any good reasons not to, other than you just don't have any money, and really that comes down to a budgeting issue. I mean, everybody has money. It's just a matter of what are you spending your money on? And if you're spending your money on fancy food, and then you can't have any emergency food, that's because you're buying, nicer food, pre-prepared foods. If you buy basic flour, rice, beans, that kind of thing, anybody can eat off of any working pay out there. It's just, you're not going to be eating what you want to eat, and that's understandable. I mean, you work hard and you want to eat what you like, and you've worked for it. So, I mean, there's absolutely no shame in that whatsoever. But when you're like, I can't get emergency food because of your current budget priorities, you need to restructure your current budget priorities. There's so many things that we can do to cut expenses here in the United States. And that's not to say that some people aren't in a real bind. Some people really are. You may be in a real bind financially, whether you're on fixed income, retired, that type of thing, and you just don't have much to move around. But there's a lot of people who do have a lot to move around, and they just won't because of reasons. The Starbucks coffee that's being bought every day, the trips to the golf club, like I said, it's your money. You do what you want with it, but your decisions will have consequences. If you choose not to stock up on food because you're spending it on frivolous things, whatever those may be, that's going to have a consequence that you're going to have to live with. I won't have to live with your decisions. You have to live with those decisions. So it's really no skin off my nose what you do with your money. I'm just trying to help you out and just say, I've seen what people spend money on, because as a tax accountant, I've gone through credit card statements, hundreds of people's credit card statements, okay? I see where money goes for a lot of people. Some people are very frugal, but let's just say most people aren't. That, and also I've been hugely surprised by how little people give to charity or churches and that kind of thing. That's the other thing I've been astonished by. But just seeing where a lot of money goes out there, most people that I've seen their books could absolutely afford to stock up. Like I said, it's about $400 or $500 to stock up for 6 months. With chicken and protein and everything like that, if you buy stuff at like Walmart. All right, so those are the news updates, and please do take some steps. Rice, and I just checked, Great Value rice on Walmart's is still hanging at $9 for 20 pounds. Pinto beans are still hanging at like $6 for an 8-pound bag. Folks, those are the same prices I've been seeing for the last 6 months or so. So those prices haven't gone up yet, but when they start going up, you know, it's everything else on the Walmart website has gone up in price. So expect pinto beans and rice to go up in price shortly. That's kind of your last warning on that one, maybe. Maybe next week you'll see the same prices, but maybe next week you will not see the same prices. So please do make some good choices in the next week. If you just get a paycheck this week or next week, think what you can do with that, and try to cancel as many subscriptions as you possibly can if you need to. Get out there and make a little extra money if you can. Just please take steps to do whatever you can, because hard times are coming, and it looks like hard times may be here already. If you have stuff at your store, you still have time to get out there and do something about it. But some folks out there in the U.S. are starting to see that their options are drying up, and drying up fast. All right. If you like this video, you might want to check out this video right here. Otherwise, I will see you later. Steve Poplar, out.